Spiritual burnout is absolutely real, and I'm going to share with you how to heal that and how you can move and embrace and embody something that is much more nourishing, much more sustainable, and feels so much more yum. And we get to feel decadent and alive and juiced up and turned on every single day. And it's not hard. It's actually really, really easy. So, I am Renee Main, and I have been helping women lead and love and live from a place of pleasure and power and purpose for 18 years now. And that has looked very differently over that time. But this here is something that has come up constantly throughout these 18 years because, like never before, is women are exhausted. Women are exhausted. Women are burnt out. Conscious women who are doing all the things, the meditating, the devotion, the the tapping, the all the things, are still questioning their purpose, are still not allowing pleasure to fuel their system. Aliveness is zapped, is dimmed, because what we're chasing isn't sustainable and it isn't even real or accurate. So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about what happens when we outsource our pleasure, when we outsource our power, when we outsource our purpose, when we outsource our spirituality. We are outsourcing our power. So, therefore, as every time we do that, no matter what we do, it's like chasing this mirage. And it's so close, we feel like we're nearly there. We're nearly there, but I haven't quite got there yet, but I can see it. I can see it so clearly. I can taste it, right? If this is you, if this is what you've been feeling, I guarantee you're going to want to lean in to this one a little bit because I got the sugar. I got the sugar. When we outsource our power, our spirituality, and we forget that in actuality, women are the original alchemists. We are the original alchemists. We are creation, right? And somewhere along the way, we've forgotten that. So when we lean in and we opt in for this illusion of we have to be high vibing all the time, and if you're if you're feeling fear or guilt or grief, then you're low vibing or you're on the lower scale of the scale of consciousness. And there's all of these things, all of these scripts that tell us who we should be, what we should be feeling, what we should be consuming, what we should be doing. There's a rule book on how we should feel. There's a rule book on what is acceptable to feel. And if we feel anything that's outside of this pretty little box, then we're not going to manifest what we desire. That daddy is not going to listen to our prayers and deliver us what we actually want. When really we've become so fragmented with our spirituality, our divinity. Our prayer time can't be just in this pocket of time in the morning. Our meditation, our mindset work isn't just in a pocket of time. It is in every single moment we choose. We choose. Am I in integrity to divinity right now? Am I allowing this currency of divinity to move through my body? Because divinity and spirituality and being self-sourced is a felt experience. It happens through the body. That is where aliveness comes from. That is spirit speaking through our bodies. Imagine if we told our kids that in order to be loved, in order for me to say yes, you need to eat this, you need to show up like this, you need to feel this, you need to meditate, you need to journal, you need to constantly seek for my validation and confirmation and affirmation that you are worthy of my love. That is a pretty warped and a pretty fucked up relationship that we're going to have with our kids, right? And what are we raising, right? What kind of kids are we raising? What kind of humans are we raising? Our connection to spirit is the exact same. Every single emotion, every single feeling is welcome. We're exhausted not because we're feeling these things. We're not manifesting our dreams because we're not asking the right way, or we've got the wrong image on our vision board, or we put the wrong crystal up our snatch, right? It's what's alive in the body. What currency? Knowing that every single thing that we feel is valid, has a place. There is no hierarchy of emotions. It's the avoidance of our aliveness that is causing us discomfort and distress and dis-ease in our bodies, in our lives, in our bank accounts. I guarantee you it's not from you feeling all the things that you think that you shouldn't be feeling and thinking and doing. It's from the shame and the guilt and this illusion or delusion that you're supposed to be someone different than you are right now. And actually who you are is really friggin' perfect. Because if you trust divinity, you need to trust that. This fleeting and flippant currency that we see within spirituality, it has no fight. It has no fire. This constant striving, thriving, this rule book is not doing us any favors. Anchoring our spirituality, embodying our spirituality, allowing it to move through us, having an intimate relationship with it as it moves through us, because we are it as we are. It's nothing that we need to do or be or become. We are. We are. And when we start moving through the world like we are, that's when everything changes. I promise you that. That's when everything changes. If you need to ignite your fire, check out the link below for Firestarter. Because this new ecosystem, this new operating system requires fight. It requires fire. It requires us to ditch the friggin' rule book and remember who the fuck we are. And we are the OG alchemists. I promise you that. Embodied frequency, union, and we get to drench in the nectar of the young. That is me over and out. I am Renee Main, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.